Respected elders, dear younger ones, brothers and sisters in Islam, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon you all. Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. When we come to analyze the sermon of the Holy Prophet welcoming the people, welcoming mankind to the holy month of Ramadan, we notice there are a number of aims that he gives us, targets that he gives us. That in this month of Ramadan, there should be a set tone for you to change. That this month is a month of fursa. It's a month of opportunity. Use this opportunity wisely. The shaqi, the wretched one, is the one who is not able to take the golden opportunity and maximize from the month of Ramadan, from the great blessings in the month of Ramadan, from the sources of blessings, forgiveness, mercy, to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for our hajat. And there are some of those that the Holy Prophet states in our plan, in our aim that we should have, that are in regards to our ibadah, regards to our prayers, regards to our recitation of the Quran, regards to our fast. But there are also others in regards to our moral compass, that he states in this month you should all have a source within you, a remembrance within you, a plan, whether it's a monthly or daily plan, that in the month of Ramadan I want to change myself. I want to improve myself. I want to reform myself. I want to be of those who at the end of the month of Ramadan, I can look back at myself and I have improved. I've taken a step further ahead. Hence he says, أَيُّهَا النَّاسِ مَنْ حَسَّنَ مِنْكُمْ خُلُقَهُ فِي هَذَا الشَّهْرِ كَانَ لَهُ جَوَازٌ عَلَى يَوْمٍ تَزِلُّ فِيهِ الْأَقْدَامِ. That in the month of Ramadan, one of the aims I should have is what? To improve my very own akhlaq. حَسَّنَ خُلْقَهُ. That my akhlaq in the month of Ramadan should improve, should change, should become better. And you find that akhlaq, which has been mentioned in this saying by the Holy Prophet, he himself reminds us many times, إِنَّمَا بُعِثْتُ لِأُتَمِّمَ مَكَارِمَ الْأَخْلَاقِ. That verily I was sent down in order to complete and perfect mankind's morals. When we are on this journey, the journey that we want to improve, the journey of life and death, the journey that we know at the end of the day in my life, I've got a test, I've got an exam, and I want to improve in order for me to pass the test. لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ أَيُّكُمْ أَحْسَنُ عَمَلًا. I want to improve so that I can truly pass the test. At the end of the day, when the D word comes, death comes, I want to be of those who, alhamdulillah, I receive my book in my right hand and know that I've passed the test. And that's why he states in this test, there are two valuable jewels you need to really pass it. Why? Because a person who passes the test, he has a reward. What is that reward? The reward is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is Jannah, paradise. And therefore the Holy Prophet says, أَكْثَرُ مَا تَلِجُ بِهِ أُمَّتِي إِلَى الْجَنَّةِ تَقْوَى اللَّهِ وَحُسْنُ الْخُلْقِ. The two currencies needed, the two valuable ornaments that you need in your life, every single individual, in order to achieve Jannah in this life, taqwa Allah, which every single night and day we're reminding ourselves, أوصيكم ونفسي عباد الله بتقوى الله. And this is the purpose of fasting, the prescription of fasting, لعلكم تتقون. And then he states, وَحُسْنُ الْخُلْقِ. And the second equal currency equal valuable jewel I need is to have husnul khulq, good manners and morals. When I've entered, now that I've entered, and when on the third day of these blessed days of the holy month of Ramadan, we truly need to set a target. That in these days and nights, let me improve my akhlaq, my self-recognition of my own akhlaq. That on a day-to-day basis, I inherit quality traits that can be ingrained in my mind and my heart. What is akhlaq? Akhlaq comes from the word khulq, disposition. The inherent nature and quality, characteristics, personality, behavior, morals, manners, that every individual has been trained to perform certain regular actions that have been ingrained in his mind and his heart, such that they have become second nature to him. Such that he has become so accustomed to that habit of that moral, they've become second nature to him. Sometimes there are those who have that khulq, which is husnul khulq. They have ingrained and trained within themselves. They've practiced to have good akhlaq, good morals. And some have received and acquired negative traits. And you see, that is shown in their personality. That is shown in their conduct with others. That is shown in their conduct with the other people in the community, with the colleagues. That's why a person who wants to improve his akhlaq, he needs to reflect upon himself and on a day-to-day basis look at those traits that he wants to get rid of and practice it. And this is the best month, Hassan Khalqah, Hassan Khulqah, to improve his akhlaq. And those positive traits that he has within him to improve, to ask Allah for ziyada within it. The akhlaq is an interaction of the insan, of mankind. Akhlaq that I have between myself and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How have I disciplined my salah? Is it punctual? Is it on time? How do I pay attention to when I perform my salah? What clothes do I wear? What akhlaqi clothes do I wear? Do I put in effort to wear the best of clothes or any ragged clothes? Do I put that akhlaqi nature, second nature for me, to perfume myself and perform the ornaments that are best for salah? How do I perform the akhlaq, direct connection between me and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that even when I'm fasting, I have the greatest of akhlaq with my Rabb? A direct connection between you and Allah. One interaction. A second interaction of a true person who has akhlaq is someone who knows his interaction between himself and others, humanity. We human beings are social creatures. We interact with one another, whether it's with our family, whether it's with our friends, whether it's with our colleagues, whether it's with people at college, university. Every single individual insan has to connect, communicate, interact. And here where it's a test of my akhlaq with other people, with other individuals. How have I improved my akhlaq? Or how do I plan in this holy month of Ramadan to change that trait, the negative trait that I have been known for? And I myself, I'm reflecting upon myself and I want to improve it and give a positive trait. Akhlaq with others, akhlaq with Allah, and third, your akhlaq with your own nafs. That akhlaq, that I train my own self, my own nafs, and train it towards perfection. Train it towards improving its regular understanding of the importance of having good manners and morals. Sometimes I need to see my akhlaq with my own nafs. Sometimes I give a promise, I break my own promise. Sometimes I state that I'm going to stay away from sin. I lie to my own self. I betray my own promise. So these forms of three connections in regards the spheres of our akhlaq, we need to realize that this is the month of Ramadan, to improve from those negative traits towards those positive traits. Those traits that the Holy Prophet would state that he was the one who had perfect akhlaq. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states regards to him, إِنَّكَ لَعَلَىٰ خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. That verily the Holy Prophet Muhammad al-Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam had the most perfect, had the greatest of noble qualities that I need to learn from his life. I need to instill them in my life today. And he mentions to us the consequences of those who have good akhlaq. حسن الخلق يزيد في الرزق. حسن الخلق is a great deed. One of the benefits of it, your rizq, your sustenance is increased. حسن الخلق, for example, he states, increases your lifespan. حسن الخلق, he states, for example, makes homes flourish. Families love to be with a family member who has good akhlaq. He states, for example, أقربكم مني منزلة وأحبكم إلي. The one who is closest to Rasulullah and the one who Rasulullah loves the most, أحسنكم خلقا, is the one who has the best of akhlaq. He states, for example, he states the sharaful manzila, the great manzila and status of a person who has great akhlaq is the darajat aliyah, the highest of stations and platforms, not just in this world, but also in Jannah. Then he states, by the way, even if that person is a da'iful ibadah. Allahu Akbar. He states a person who has the highest, loftiest place in Jannah is a person who has good akhlaq. Even if that person, his ibadah is weak. He performs the wajibat. He performs the 5 prayers, Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha. He fasts. But he doesn't perform all of the mustahabbat. He doesn't perform all the nawafil. He doesn't perform Salatul Layl, for example. He doesn't perform the mustahab fast. But the important excelling quality for him to excel in Jannah is what? His husnul khulq. His good manners. His good morals. In fact, he states that if someone has sayyi'ul khulq, even if they spend their night in ibadah, qa'im al-layl, and they spend days upon days fasting, wasa'im al-nahar, but they are sayyi'ul khulq, they are evil in their akhlaq, they are ill-natured in their manners and morals, فَإِنَّهُمْ مِنْ أَهْلِ النَّارِ. These kind of individuals, they are not heavenly individuals. Even if they pray and fast, but their akhlaq is so ill-natured. He reminds us, improve our akhlaq, improve our manners, improve our morals. And there are so many examples. Every night we could describe one akhlaqi characteristic, one trait that I need to improve. We'll mention a few of them. A few of them that the Holy Prophet himself was known for. For example, very simply, he would state, Al-Bushr. When you greet one another with a smile. Bushruka fi wajhi akhik ibadah. Smiling in the face of your mu'min brother, your dear friend, in itself is a form of ibadah. In itself is a form of sadaqah. Tahiyya, a good tahiyya with good akhlaq. Min mahasin al-akhlaq is one of the best forms of akhlaq, to greet one another. We're in this gathering, we're in this community, our dear friends are here, greet one another, smile towards one another. Amir al-Mu'minin says to Imam al-Hasan al-Mujtaba, he says, even to those who had enmity towards you, who had hatred towards you, ilqahum bil-bushr. You respond with smile. You respond with kindness. You respond with that sweet fragrance. That would what? That would reduce their situation. That would melt them away. When a father comes home towards their family and smiles at home, how much of a psychological effect does it have towards the family? Towards the wife, towards the children, that they see their father smiling. When that wife asked the psychologist, what should I do? Every time I see my husband, he's upset, he's grumpy, he's had a long day. The doctor said, all you do is whenever he comes home, smile. Smile. Every time he would come home, she's smiling. Even though he's had a hard day, long day, difficult day, that smile had a positive effect that he would himself change in his behavior, in his akhlaq, in his nature towards others. Smiling in itself is a great akhlaqi behavior. When we greet one another with tahiyyah, with salam, with love, with compassion, with kindness. Another of the akhlaq of the Holy Messenger, for example, truthfulness. What was he known as? As-Sadiq. He was known as being truthful. Sidqul hadith has been mentioned many times in the Quran. In fact, not only he was known as being truthful and trustworthy, but he states that when you want to know someone, what a great person he is, لا تنظروا إلى كثرة صلاته وكثرة صومه وكثرة الحاج وطول الركوع والسجود. When you want to describe someone, how great of an individual they are, don't say, MashaAllah, he prays so much, he must be a great individual. Good deed. But that's not the quality that I need to first look at. Don't say, oh wow, he prays and fasts so much, his ruku' is so long, his sujood is so long, it takes so many hours. No. The first thing he says, وَلَكِنْ انظُرُوا. What should we see? What should we examine? صِدْقِ حَدِيثِهِ وَأَدَاءُ الْأَمَانَةِ. How truthful they are when they speak, and how trustworthy they are when they are given an amana. لَيْسَ مِنَّا. The Imam states, لَيْسَ مِنَّا مَنْ خَانَ الْأَمَانَةِ. One is not of us the one who betrays the trust. Whether there's a physical trust given to you, or an amana was, for example, I said something to Hajj. I said, Hajj, please don't tell anyone in the community. It's something between me and you. And the next day I see it on Facebook and Twitter, on social media, in the newspapers, in town hall, everyone knows about it. I said, Hajj, I told you, don't tell anyone. Oh, I just felt like telling my friend and the other friend, and suddenly became viral. No, an amana is between me and you to take care of, to respect one another, trustworthy, truthfulness, all of these positive traits, generosity, as-sakha. How much does he state? وَيُنْفِقُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions, فِي السَّرَّةِ. In secret, they give away from themselves. In public, they give away. They keep on giving away out of generosity. And so much so that they state, السَّخِي قَرِيبٌ مِّنَ اللَّهِ وَقَرِيبٌ مِّنَ النَّاسِ وَقَرِيبٌ إِلَى الْجَنَّةِ وَبَعِيدٌ مِّنَ النَّارِ. A generous person in this life, of course, is close to Allah, godly, and close to people. Everyone loves someone who's generous. Who likes someone who's stingy? Who likes someone who's bakhil? In fact, the fourth Imam informs the fifth Imam, La, never befriend someone as a sahib, someone who is bakhil. At times you need him, he puts you on block, delete. At times you need him, he doesn't respond to your phone call. At times you need him, a friend in need is a friend in need. As-sadiqu waqta ad-diq. When I need him, he's there. Generosity, as-sakhi, as-sakha. Self-sacrifice, ithar, altruism. Look at the life of the Imams of the Ahlul Bayt. They would constantly give to others without them asking. Giving away from the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have a number of examples from the Ahlul Bayt. They were known as Ahlul Karam, Ahlul Ata. That there would be times when they would knock on the house of the second Imam al-Mujtaba, knock on the homes of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. The Imams would give their savings and say, give it to them. They say, this is for this miskin who's asking, this is for the faqir who's asking, give it away for the sake. Or the example of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, who when they were going to have their iftar, this is a test by the way for us, when it comes to our moment of iftar, do we think of the one sitting beside us? Do we think about those others? Do we remember them in our du'as and prayers? Or I'm just thinking about myself, and for me to fill my tummy, and for me to break my iftar? No, think about others. MashaAllah, we see this year, beloved community members, they offer a date towards the one beside them, beside in front of them, that I would like you to offer you this iftar. And you receive the thawab, by the way, of giving and gifting someone's iftar, and you receive the thawab of that blessed day that you gave to him. What do they say? That they gave away, وَيُطْعِمُونَ الطَّعَامَ عَلَى حُبِّهِ. They gave that offering, that generosity out of love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Good akhlaq, forgiveness. Many of us in these nights we say Al-Af, Al-Af, Sayyidi, Sayyidi. We read dua Abu Hamza al-Thimali, Ilahi, Ilahi wa Rabbi. Ask you for forgiveness. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for rahmah, for maghfirah. Brothers and sisters, one of the greatest difficulties is what? One of the greatest tests is to forgive someone without that person asking for forgiveness. The Imam state and the Holy Prophet says, one of the greatest tests is this: wa'fu amman zalamak. Wa'fu amman zalamak. Wa ahsin man asa'a ilayk. Be forgiving to the one who was hurtful towards you, harmful towards you, showed hatred towards you. Say, Ilahi, I forgave him. In the middle of the night when you wake up to recite Salatul Layl, we mention Ilahi al-Af, al-Af, al-Af. Then we mention Allahumma ghfir li. We mention 40 mu'mineen. Many times the name of that person that I wasn't intending to ask for forgiveness comes in my mind. Ya Allah, Allah, I forgive him. It's fine. Balamani. He was hurtful towards me. He was harmful towards me. He hurt my feelings. But Ya Allah, Anta Arhamur Rahimi, forgive him. May Allah forgive him. Of course, if there is haqqun nas, they must return haqqun nas. But this is when we are showing our mercy and compassion and rahmah. وَأَحْسِنْ مَنْ أَسَاءَ إِلَيْكَ. And be good even to the one who was harmful to you, even to the one who was evil towards you. You find this in the example of Amir al-Mu'mineen. After they struck him in the month of Ramadan, and they provided Amir al-Mu'mineen with the bowl of milk, what they provided him, he said, let the other have also. Let them others have. This is the ihsan of Amir al-Mu'mineen. Many of us wish to be the followers of the Holy Prophet. Many of us, we constantly recite salawat in the name of the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Allah. Many of us wish to be the followers of the Holy Quran and the followers of the Ahlul Bayt. And today, us mu'mineen here, mu'minat here, we all wish to be the followers of the 12th Imam. We all wish to be the followers of Al-Mahdi Al-Muntadhar. Ajjal Allah Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif. Imam Al-Sadiq alayhi salam gives us all an advice. He says, من سره أن يكون من أصحاب القائم المنتظر فلينتظر وليعمل بالورع ومحاسن الأخلاق وهو منتظر. Whoever wishes to have that joy and happiness of being one of the followers and the true muntadhireen of the 12th Imam today, then there are two quality acts. Bil-wara', staying away from haram sins, wa mahasin al-akhlaq, and good deeds and good akhlaq, wa huwa muntadhir, and he is truly waiting. Today, if I am the one who's saying that I'm waiting for the 12th Imam, these are the two quality acts that I need to have. Husnul khulq, good manners, good morals, and taqwallah. For they are the railway tracks that we both need in order to achieve perfection, in order to achieve that kamal that the Holy Prophet had, to gain nearness to the Holy Prophet. For these are the days and nights, brothers and sisters, we need to look at our own self. Look at myself in the mirror. And let me write down in my own notes, in my own self, which akhlaq I need to improve and increase, and which akhlaq I need to decrease and stop, so that I can gain closeness to that mahasinul akhlaq, that husnul khulq, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions about the prophets. He says, for example, Ismail, Sadiq al-Wa'd, Ibrahim, Halim, Isa, Zahid. He mentions about prophets of Allah. He mentions their quality acts, their characteristics, was their good akhlaq, was their good manners, and was their good morals. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept our deeds and forgive us and forgive one another, and to allow us to be of the true followers of the Holy Prophet and the Ahlul Bayt, and follow the teachings of the Holy Quran.